today we're going to talk about how to move from pain to power. Yes, it is an actual little bit of training here, but this is what we're going to do also in our Pain to Power masterclass that is coming up next Thursday. I posted a link in the description. Yes, you can hear me. Yay, thank you so much. And today I'd like to give those who are not coming to masterclass or those who are coming to masterclass an overview, 3 steps how to move from pain to strength and power. Let's dive in. I'm going to open my notes and let's talk about it. First of all, what kind of pain are we talking about? Normally, we're thinking about physical pain, isn't it? My knee hurts, my back hurts, I got a headache. Yes, physical pain is a thing. We've got aches, maybe arthritis, digestive issues. Also think about you struggling with seasonal allergies. Is your body misaligned? Maybe you have shoulders and back tension or pain. Physical is a type of pain we're going to cover. Number 2, pain emotional. And I'm so going to connect it, even like they're so connected. Nothing is not connected. Everything is connected. But emotional. Just be curious. What are those emotions that are persistent and consistent? Not feeling good enough. Feeling not motivated. Maybe it's a tension in relationships. Tension in the family. Maybe at times you feel anxiety. Sometimes don't even know why. So what are those persistent or coming back emotional things that are just you want to change? How about mental? I can never get ahead. I'm too old. It's too late. So think about, as I mentioned, everything is connected. If I am under constant stress or feel anxious, I just can never break through this emotional tension within me, my body is physically going to start helping me to protect myself. You notice shoulders moving forward, therefore we have this head forward, misalignment, our low back starts hurting, maybe tension in the hips, maybe it's tension in the shoulders. Sometimes it just feels like my chest is heavy. Emotions create a pattern in our physical body in order to protect us, and vice versa. If something happens with my knee, for example, my ankle, and I start being very gentle and protecting myself, the body I'm looking at it, the body is going to start moving towards the least resistance by helping you not put pressure on your knee or your ankle. Maybe you start sitting more. Maybe you're not walking as much anymore. There's certain tension again shows up. Maybe it's tension in the hips. Maybe it's tension in your neck. By the way, going back to emotional stress, when we are under emotional stress or anxiety, the physically body is trying to protect us by moving shoulders forward. Guess what the body is doing? Covering our heart. So what I want to bring us towards is everything is connected. Even though when we talk about the pain, we think about the physical pain, but please also consider what pain all over my life that is causing stress on my mind, my body, and my soul. Okay. Let's create a 3-step plan. And again, in the masterclass, we're going to dive deep into each one of those steps. That's why it is a 3-day process. It's not 3 days that you're going to be sitting on Zoom. It's only 90 minutes on Thursday, nothing on Friday. It's reflection day, and 90 minutes on Saturday. So here's what we're going to do on Thursday, honestly, and this is the summary of how to move from pain to power. Step number 1. There are 2 elements in this step. First element is really look at where you now. Where it's almost like when you're looking on the map. Here's where I am now, and here's where I want to go. Build your vision. It may not be as clear yet, but seek for clarity. Decide how you want your good day to be 6 months from now, a year from now. Thank you. By the way, if you have questions, let me know as well. I'm watching the chat. So knowing where you're now, knowing where you want to be, let's also consider, so the assessment is actually a huge piece before we build the journey. We want to know where we're now. What do we need to equip ourselves in order to go in this journey successfully? What if there are some detours that we need to take? Or what equipment do we need for those detours? Certain shoes, certain drinks. So what is working already? What's not working? What new habits do we want to build? What do we want to break or change? What we can and cannot do if we talk about fitness? What we can and cannot eat if we talk about nutrition? So we can move in the next step of the first stage. It's the foundational stage. But the next step is, let's build a customized plan for you, for each individual. And I'm going to build it based on, okay, what habits/actions do I need to do every day? And those habits are also like a hierarchy of 3. There's some foundational, almost like the foundation of the house, right? Some of this foundational, like drinking water, is not yet our foundational habit. So we're going to bring this forth and have it as an intentional habit, and that's actually the step number 2 when we start practicing, and the day number 2 is for that. Okay, if you're taking the master class. So maybe we're going to look at, okay, what foods are giving me energy and taking energy away. Really putting those curiosity goggles on. Also, how is like being curious, as I mentioned, what is the stories and emotions that keep bringing back, repeating in my life? We're going to be curious and just notice how can we reframe and honestly just building the muscle of positive thinking. What we're doing is not, I don't know, wishy-washy, whatever the expression is. We're actually creating, by doing the positive thinking every day as our routine. Maybe it's affirmation, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's listening to something. We're building a new neural pathways in our brain, new patterns that become our habits. There's neuroscience, read the books, Atomic Habits, The Power of Habit. Okay, so the step number 1, we looked where we are, we created a plan, and the step number 2 is really all about the practice. But making sure that we practice and we stick with practice, that's where we fall. So many of us, 98% of us, fall in the first 6 months because we don't stick with it. And why? We don't ask for accountability. We don't ask for support. We're doing it on our own. Well, first of all, it's not fun. Second of all, it may not be sustainable. So we need to find the right system, the right program, and also the right support and accountability. And that's why when I was preparing for this video, I thought, okay, people who come to masterclass are going to find an accountability partner for the day number 2, so you can support each other. So ask for help is really, really crucially important. Oh, I got my own story on that one. So that's the step number 2, which is probably the longest step, but that's where you start noticing that the body, the mind, the soul are responding, and you start noticing the results. You feel lighter, you feel more energized, and so motivating to move forward. And moving forward is, that map, the step number 3 is maintenance. You got your destination. And now it's maintaining your habits. Maybe just one habit that you worked on. I think I'm going to ask you maybe between 1 and 3 habits to take on to practice on second day. And the third day we come in and we say, okay, is there something I need to adjust? And then in that stage we're still practicing. We're sticking to our practice. We still have our accountability and support. And we maintain, and that's where you can actually say, this habit is becoming natural to me. It's who I am. I don't even put that much mental effort into it anymore. It has become your identity. And that's where you can build a new challenge. Maybe you can upgrade your diet. Maybe you start cooking different, more extravagant meals. Maybe you can upgrade your workouts and do a little more. Or maybe take a new sport that you wanted to do for a long time. Maybe you're going to bring a new routine into your daily practice. Maybe it's meditation. For some of us, like meditation for me is foundational. I do it every day without even negotiating. But for some of us, those habits can be something we want to build. So we're going to bring them into intentional, the ones that we're actively working on. Okay? And that's where you start noticing on the top of the mountain that, wow, it's actually working. It has become who I am and what I do. But ladies and gentlemen, in order to move from pain to power, we need to know where we are. We need to create a vision where we want to be. We need to really deeply assess and create a plan step by step. And I focused on mindset, nutrition, and fitness. And then you stick to the plan, you ask for support, do it together, and you walk through your journey. You adjust along the way and stick to your plan and find yourself on top of the mountain. You say, it is working. In fact, it is very sustainable that you can do for the rest of your life. And the life is not the end point. The life is the journey. So that is why we are constantly upgrading and adjusting our habits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you move from pain to power. I think I talked a little too much today, but if you have any questions, let me know. In order to put yourself in a masterclass, sometimes I'm asked, how much is it? It is a complimentary masterclass. I will be inviting you to join our group and work with us together. But the masterclass is complimentary. 90 minutes on Thursday, reflection on Friday, 90 minutes on